Hey everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Infinite Magicraid. For today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys a bit about why I haven't created any content for Infinite Magicraid in a week, and kind of my thoughts about the game and some content creation stuffs. Let's get real, guys. Let's talk about it. Alright guys, so we're gonna dive into the conversation. I'm gonna try my best to be clear and concise, but I feel like, honestly, I keep trying to re-record this because I feel like I just stray off, but it's kind of hard not to do that on a topic like this because it's just being raw and natural and just chill and just being honest with you guys about my feelings about a game as a content creator. And I don't know, I'm not feeling it, right? That's the gist of this. I'm just not feeling it. I quit playing Raid Shadow Legends because I was enjoying the other games I was playing more. And at the time, yeah, that was Infinite Magicraid. But my journey with Infinite Magicraid has been a bumpy one from the start. And the fact that we're only a few months in and it already feels so meh and so frustrating and so much negativity in the community is just not a good sign. So I do want to talk a little bit about that. Overall, I do think it's a great game. Like, there are so many things that this game does, like this getting mythic fragments and picking your mythic character, and then only needing half the amount to level up their exclusives to make them better. It's amazing. I love it. I think this is a really good system. There's a lot of really good systems. Like, I'm actually farming arena battles in the background right now. I can go into my dungeons and go farm some dungeons in the background right now. Like, that fact alone is just so freaking cool. And I really love this kind of quality of life in a game, right? But what I don't love is the frustrations of dealing with like the company, the staff overall that I've had from the beginning, the lack of communication, the constant payment issues and excuses they've had since day one, and it's just messy. And watching other people go through it, not just me, just makes me feel meh all over again. Like, okay, for me, they've squared me away after not paying me on time twice in a row for a sponsorship. That's how I found this game, was through a sponsorship. I told them I wasn't going to have time to properly play the game, but I'll do a sponsored video. I'll do a first impressions. I'll genuinely play it and give some nice impressions. And yeah, I like the game. It's great. But I ended up coming back to it for a second sponsorship when they hadn't paid me the first time. The second time they paid me over a month late again. 2 months late, 2 months late. It's like, it was not good. And that wasn't a good start, right? That's not a good start to a relationship with a company as a professional. If I was only playing this game as a player and not a content creator, I might look at things a little bit differently. Because they have done a lot of good, right? Let's be honest, there's a lot of times where they've messed up and they fix it. They really do. But there's been so many other times where they just ignore the more important issues, like the food issue, the fodder issue. We have brand new content that is just like, I thought was going to be a better version of Raid Shadow Legends Doom Tower. Secret rooms, levels, but we can do it anytime we want. It doesn't have to worry about having keys or stamina or anything daily. You can use your friends' units in battle. That's pretty cool, right? But all this did was remind me of the major issue of this game, of food. Like, I've had the same Awaken 5 characters for a while. What was my last Awaken 5? I don't even know. I think I finished Paul in a few weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago. I feel like it takes like a 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks even to get one hero to 5-star now. And that's crazy. Super crazy. Unless you're spending, of course, I mean. But just a general daily grind and maybe a little bit of extra to grind out events, it's so long. I'm I'm totally seeing the issue, but there needs to be a balance at the same time. If we could just instantly level up every character instantly, like you can in Raid Shadow Legends, if you can get the brews and you can just throw them in campaign and use all your energy and be done with it and level up one character to max in one day. I don't know if that's the answer either, because then people just finish all the content and then they're complaining that there's no content because they rush through it and they're bored. But at the same time, there does need to be a balance. There needs to be something. They have released some fun stuff like these dungeon bounties where we get really good rewards as we go along, which is great. The rewards were awesome. But it's a one-time thing. It doesn't help forever. There's also been a handbook thing, which was great. So I feel like they've done really, really well at releasing content for new players to come in and get a bunch of free resources to get started. And they've done well at releasing very hard endgame content with the sense of, well, Faction Abyss has always been there. That's hard. It's going to take a long-term grind, which is fine. I'm okay with long-term grinds, honestly. It gives you something to work toward. And they released this Elemental City, which is very hard to max out. So this is good for endgame people. But even endgame people know that it requires like 1 or 2 heroes or you can't do it. And that's not a good thing to have either. So there's been such a mixture of good and bad with this game that it's just to the point where it's stressing me out and making me feel meh. Like I want games, like I've said it, when I stopped playing Raid, it was just not fun anymore. And this game is just starting to feel not fun anymore as well. I dread the guild PvP part. It's guild arena, right? Okay. It's 3v3 arena, but against other people. Who wants to be forced to do 3v3 arena in 2 different forms? Like, this is always the worst part of like every game I play. And here we have to do it competitively. Again. Every other week. It's just not fun. There's a lot of great content that I do enjoy, and I do enjoy the grind of like, okay, I'm gonna focus on my Force Mark Tower now. I think I got the people. I just want to get Pacino leveled up to be my severe wound guy to help me get through the next one. Sidora didn't work, so I've got to build him instead. All right, let's work on him. I kind of like that, having that goal, and all right, this week I'm going to focus on pushing this one form of content. Fine. But the grind is so slow with that, and now that they added new content, like, okay, secret rooms in Doom Tower, right? Special rooms. Epics only. Ain't nobody got resources to build enough epics to do this. I have 3 epics that are Awakened 5. They can't. I mean, maybe they can do this. I didn't really look if they could or not, to be fair. This might be easy enough. But still, the point is, like, there's all these secret rooms, especially as it gets harder. Like, can we even do it? I'm lucky enough. I have a Santa exclusive one and a Pollen exclusive one. But if you don't have those things, this content is really hard. And so I don't know. I think they went on a wave of doing some really nice things, and now they're on a wave of doing some really strange things, strange choices, and I feel like I keep complaining that it's becoming Raid Shadow Legends more and more and more as time goes on. But to be fair, it was always like Raid Shadow Legends from the start. I mean, you go into campaign, and you're just like, oh, this kind of looks like Raid. Oh yeah, this really does look a lot like Raid, doesn't it? But there's a lot of things that are nicer that Raid doesn't give us, like XP potions instead of worrying about who you're leveling, or the fact that you can do 4 times speed for this as well. That's great. But the good outweighed the bad, but now the bad is starting to outweigh the good. Like now they're doing these Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday events for summoning. So we literally have a summoning event every day of the week except for Monday going on, which is fine for other games when you just have banners that you pull on and the banner's just up all week. But it's like they're mixing in different types of events that kind of give you that, oh, I need to save for this specific one, but we don't know when it's coming back. But if I don't pull my shards now, I'll miss this one. It really preys into that FOMO, as I've said before, that FOMO feeling of feeling like if you don't pull now, you're going to miss out. But if you don't save, you're going to miss out. And I can't afford to buy a bunch of diamonds and pull for everything. So what do I do? And then it becomes more stress than fun. And games are supposed to be fun. So that's kind of where this really turned me off. The second I saw a Tuesday summoning event, I'm like, nope, this is going downhill fast. Sure enough. So they started these Tuesday summoning events. They've released limited time heroes that you can only get by extreme saving if you planned ahead somehow magically, or wailing the fuck out. And you can't upgrade them the way you can upgrade other heroes. So not only are they exclusive, but they're even harder to upgrade. Unless you get dupes of the hero, which are hard to get in the first place. It just makes no sense. And I personally can look beyond some of this because, like I said, I don't mind the fact that some things are slow to grind, and I like that there is very long-term content that might take you a year to do. I kind of like that. I want that in a game. I want there to be something that I know I'm not going to be able to get to for a long time that gives you goals to work toward. Or else what would you do, right? You just the daily routine and then you're bored because you do the same dailies every day and then you're never working toward anything. That would be boring. So it's good to have something like this to work toward. I'm actually completely okay with this. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just... It's honestly... It's almost less about how I'm feeling about the game and more how everyone else is feeling that's getting to me. Every video I post will have some sort of negative comment complaining about something in the game. Like, even in ways that Raid did not have. Like, I swear, I see more complaints from my videos for this game than I even did for Raid. No matter what I post about some sort of update, there's always something negative to say. Or... I don't know, even... It's frustrating because as a content creator, I was actually doing better and better with this game. My views were going up. And I'm okay with negative comments here and there, or people just being annoyed at me if I disagree with them, but seeing the constant negative overall sentiment about the game and the community sucks. Being in content creator chat and seeing the same complaints constantly, I'm not mad at those people. They're right, you know? It's like, they're right. And I saw some people, I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like the more and more this game goes on, the less and less fun, the less and less excitement already. And they're not doing things to bring us excitement. Everything they're choosing to do is just going more and more in the wrong direction. And if it's already going that way this early on, I want out before I get even more stressed, is kind of where I'm at. My plan was to just stop making content and see how I feel. Post daily for Eversoul because I'm enjoying that more. Honestly, it's more I'm really enjoying the anime gacha vibe a lot. Or just anime style games in general. I am really enjoying that. Well, at least when they're decent graphics and fun art to go along with them. Like Honkai Star Rail is going to be, of course. And that's also part of it too, is there's so many games out there, right? Maybe anime gachas aren't for you, but maybe Dragonair Silent Gods will be, or Eternal Evolution. Maybe you like the space vibe with good graphics. Or yeah, maybe you want to play the Hogwarts game that just came out. Or like me playing One Piece Odyssey on Twitch instead. Maybe that is your cup of tea. But there's so many games and so much fun to be had that why would I want to play or be a part of a community that just isn't fun? It's just not fun anymore. And it's the only fun that I have is the community typically. Like Raid Shadow Legends. I love the community. That's why I stuck around so long. Even though the game was starting to just annoy me. I love the community. In this game, I created a cluster. I kept the claw name going, and I got Hillary and Phoenix and all these other people joining me that are like, that I brought in. Some of them I brought in for interest, you know? And just, actually I'll pull these while I'm here. I don't know. I feel like that was just another, oh, if I can't quit this game, I'm running a cluster. Oh, I can't, if I stop playing, all the people I brought in are gonna be sad. I can't worry about that, unfortunately. Like that's what I'm doing for a job now. Also, I'm a content creator. I'm sharing the games I'm playing. Just like if you were playing a game on your phone for 3 months and you shared it to your friends and you stopped playing, that's literally how I'm kind of treating my main YouTube channel that this one's on. Is I'm just going with the flow, checking out new games. If I like something and it sticks, great. If it doesn't stick, oh well. There's a million other games out there to have fun with, right? And I just want to be part of a positive vibes only kind of situation, you know? I mean, not that that's going to be any game. Every game there's going to be negativity. Every game there is going to be people that complain for the sake of complaining. And there's always going to be that. There's always going to be something. There's no game is going to be perfect, I don't think. Let's be honest. But the fact that I feel the way I felt about Raid Shadow Legends after 3 years, after only like 3 months of this game already, was just a sign that I think I need to step away. So I think I was kind of debating if I'm still going to play this game at all. Because I like it. I'm kind of still enjoying the grind mostly for the most part, but maybe just not make content on it, but still play it. But I think I'm actually gonna stop. I'm gonna play for a couple more days. We have Guild Arena going. That's the reality too. And after that, I think I'm just gonna stop. And then if I feel like it, I'm like, oh, I kind of want to see what's happening. If I have an urge, then good, I'll play it. But if I don't have an urge, I'm just moving on, I think, guys. I really do. I think there's just between the bumpy start with poor communication and lack of financial responsibility from the actual company itself. It's not a good start. The instantly while starting the game, all the complaints from beta about needing and people knowing that right away there's a food issue, it's too hard to level up heroes, and never getting addressed from day one, that's an issue. And yeah, I don't know, I'm enjoying some other games more. I'm actually really excited about Honkai Star Rail, guys. I still have a chance to be in beta, so stay tuned. I might actually be able to get that still. There's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance? But I will have some updates for you guys about that if I do. And I do want to continue posting for Eversoul on this channel, honestly. I'm really enjoying that game except it's kind of the game I like to wake up and play, chill on my phone, sitting in bed, not even getting out of bed yet, not even, sitting there with a coffee, not even like dressed, just like chilling, all hair messy, waking up slowly, spending an hour on the phone for all I care. I kind of like that chill vibe for the start of the day. So I actually don't necessarily always want to make content on that game. I just kind of want to play it too. But I think for now, this channel is going to be a mix of Eversoul, sticking with that anime gacha game vibe, idle RPG still. And then I'm going to do any sort of content I can along with Honkai Star Rail. I am going to go ahead and post if I can about anything that comes out interesting. If they put out some fun trailers or teasers or gameplay, I'll try to do some reaction videos. If I see some other content creators post something really interesting or something that I can react to and get excited about, I'll probably do some sort of reaction videos too. Or if I get to the point where I can play, I will of course post as soon as I can, whenever that happens. But hopefully global release will be around the corner. The closed beta, they just started giving out closed beta access to people, so hopefully we'll see some fun content and we can start checking it out together. But I already knew that was going to be the direction of this channel the second I knew that Star Rail was supposed to come out at the beginning of this year. I was like, all right, when I quit Raid and said IMR was my main game for now, I also knew it wasn't my forever game. Not that Honkai or any game is going to be a forever game. I hope I change games and don't stick with the same game for crazy amount of time. But those games feel like they do have more longevity, right? Like Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Honkai Impact 3D, all those by Hoyoverse is just such good quality content. There's that ZZZ coming out as well. And that's the kind of game that does feel like you can play it, or any of those do feel like you could play them for a long time and stay in the community and have a very active and passionate audience that appreciates the art style, appreciates the story, and loves the work that was put into it by a great company that has a wonderful community full of, I don't know, there's a lot going on in the community for that game already, so that makes me excited too. But yeah, I'm trying to be optimistic about this, and I know I'm actually kind of shooting myself in the foot with this again. If you want to say, I just hope you guys can appreciate that I'm just being honest and genuine about the way I'm feeling about games, and I'm actually not doing it for the views or doing it for the money, because if that was the case, I would have stuck with Raid Shadow Legends. I'd be doing the free-to-play challenge with everybody else and be going crazy, and I'm sure I'd be popping too. But I'm not doing that because I'm just... I want this channel to just be me and my passion projects, my interests, my fun, while creating content at the same time. And you can have a balance of work and fun, right? You can do both. I do have the other YouTube channel that is doing great and steady with Eternal Evolution, so I can allow this one to take a little bit of a hit on views from time to time if I'm changing games. It's okay, but honestly, guys, I really feel like Honkai Star Rail is going to be my jam. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And if worst case scenario, if it's not, well, there's a million other games to try, so I'm not too worried. But I don't feel like that's the kind of company that lets people down. Let's be honest. People love their games, and it's very obvious why. So stay tuned for more content on at least Eversoul and Honkai Star Rail as much as I possibly can. But for now, it's goodbye to Infinite Magicraid. Will I ever play again? I don't know. Will I ever play Raid again? I don't know. But right now, I'm just kind of... maybe I just need a different vibe. So maybe that's what I really need, is just step away from this same old vibe and have a little fun with something different. So that's what we're gonna do and keep doing. So stay tuned, guys. I will be trying to live stream as often as I can on YouTube and Twitch, so stay tuned. And this weekend I might do some streaming as well, because I've got this new computer and I really need to get it set up for streaming. So all right, I blabbered long. I hope you guys appreciate the just kind of raw and chill conversation. I'm just trying to be honest as a content creator, and yeah, that's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.